Boys and Girls, Man and Woman, Torchlight and Undecember got released the same day. So naturally, my brain got fried. Both of these games has been on my mind since they got announced, and after playing these games back to back now for 3 days, I got some stuff to say. Now, Torchlight Mobile was the most hyped game out of these two, mostly due to the other games on the PC that I played a lot. It was never as big as the Diablo franchise, but during the time, playing with friends was always time well spent. The environment was happy and cartoonish. A lot of code-driven motors with cogwheels type of future, where you fight robots and other dimensional beings. The map in this game is very clear and it's easy to know what to do, but the game did lack in the loot system, since almost all items was randomized, and for me personally, I like to hunt for a specific unique or a legendary that will give me the bonuses to fulfill my build. So it arrives on the mobile. The graphics are good as well as the effects, but the world does seem small and it takes away a lot of the old feeling that I wanted. And the progression is so far the same as Torchlight 1 and 2. It is nice to see the item explosions after blowing up a boss. As free to play, this game seems to work well enough. I see no issues yet, but I'm sure that the end will be harder and the grind will be something that you will be accustomed to. But there is some stuff that I don't like. The maps are boring, even though the effects are good, it does not feel like you upgrade enough. Especially when the gear don't show up on your character. All the characters are the same, so the only uniqueness is the real money appearance that you can buy and put on. The pay to look good is a great way to monetize a game, but that's not everything they did. You see, before they released this game, they claimed and praised that this game will not be pay to win, all up until the last days. And today, the pay to win is close to Diablo Immortal, unfortunately. This lying and deceiving company really broke my heart. Some companies slowly sneak in stuff in the game as they keep being loyal. But this game didn't sneak at all. They just put it into the game, because they wanted money instead of the love. As always, I don't play to be the best, so the pay to win fact doesn't bother me, but the lies does. The game is quite good and would probably work amazing without that cash shop. And even though the gameplay is okay and at times it is fun, it is still hard for me to show support after what they did. And I think if you want to be free to play and you like this kind of style, then this could be a game for you. Now at the same time, Undecember got released. A title that came from nothing it seems, but I was just as hyped for this as Torchlight. But honestly, I had less hope for this, but this game took me by surprise. This gritty dark dungeon crawling game is just like I wanted Diablo 3 to be. The visuals of this game is one thing, with its sparkly graphics, the good effects and sounds. This is more of a medieval world when you defeat demons, but the interesting part in this game is the loot system. It's not unique, it is influenced from the game Path of Exile, which took looting to another level. This game gives you a feeling of Path of Exile mobile. Not only the drops and the atmosphere, but also the cursed chest that you open and a ton of enemy spawns that you must down before taking the items inside. If you're not familiar to Path of Exile, then this game can seem, well, lackluster. You might be thinking, where is the loot? Well, the loot is here, but most of your gear you will craft. Now I know how that sounds, like it's a crafting game. No, not really. But in this game it drops orbs and materials, as well as loot. The materials and the orbs gives abilities that will change your gear. So for example, with one orb you can make a gray item into a blue one with a stat on. Another orb can then add a second affix into it, and so on. Some orbs make items yellow, and others randomize all the stats altogether. The way this game plays is that even rare orbs are a good drop. So even if you're unlucky and never get a yellow bow, for example, you can take a white one and try to craft the one you want. So yeah, in this game you have a ton of orbs and materials to collect, but you only have a limited bag space, just like Path of Exile. And playing Path of Exile without extra stash tabs is a bit of a hassle. So far, this game feels impactful and exciting. The map, however, is not that great. I do have a hard time figuring out where to go, but that's an easy fix. I also get some disconnects here and there, but I'm sure that will also be fixed in a short time. And the monsters and bosses are exciting. The story is also quite good. Regards to the monetization, there is pay to win, but they have on purpose also given us a lot less bag space, so that we do feel that we need to buy some more. It's scummy as fuck. And you can argue that playing Path of Exile with only 4 chest slots is bad, and yeah, it would be. But I bought those, cause Path of Exile turned out to be a great game. But will this game have the same amount of fun? And to explain why this is not that bad, there's no difference in keeping 10 yellow boots in a stash instead of 10 extra currencies. If you remember Diablo 2, we had tons of items on mules, and the more room we got, the more we could collect. I mean, we can argue that not giving us endless pockets for free would be the best, but companies need their money, and having this instead of loot boxes is in my opinion fair game. If you like the game after some time, then get some more bag spaces and the game has no issues anymore, and the companies get their money. Now compared to Torchlight, I've never heard that this company did claim that this would be totally pay to win free, and my personal feeling is that this game is a better use of my time than Torchlight. And if they do release personal transmogs or other vanity stuff, I will support Undecember, because that's something that we miss right now. And I honestly think that Undecember is a lot more fun than Torchlight, and way more fun than Diablo Immortal. I see you guys again.